Hi from Explorer Travel. We're going to do quite a few movies, we hope, recapping a lot of our highlights from our worldwide trip. This is day 12 when we started in Bath in England and ended up in Ireland, in Dublin that night. But on the way from Bath to the airport at Heathrow, we went to Lacock Abbey and the next door church. And it was an absolute highlight. There was hardly anybody there, and we really found it to be a bonus. We got there nice and early. It was a good day for weather, and I reckon you're going to enjoy the video, which gives a great idea. We really loved the library, the history, the links to Harry Potter, and all the other famous movies. Anyway, sit back and enjoy, and see ya.
Welcome to Trip Explorer. This is a brief summary of one of our favourite locations, Lacock Abbey, day 12 of our worldwide trip. We arrived a little early, but the gardens are open and we enjoyed the rambling and expansive gardens, and the old trees and special places to sit before we entered the abbey itself. Welcome to Lacock Abbey, a jewel of England's architectural and cinematic heritage. Nestled in Wiltshire, this Grade 1 listed former nunnery is a living tapestry of medieval origins, Tudor transformation, cinematic magic, and photographic innovation. Founded in 1232 by Ela, Countess of Salisbury, as an Augustinian nunnery, Lacock Abbey was dedicated to St Mary and St Bernard. Ela entered as a nun herself in 1238 and served as its abbess until 1257. The abbey flourished under royal patronage. King Henry III supplied oak from Chippenham Forest in the mid-13th century to support its construction. Following the dissolution of the monasteries in 1539, Henry VIII sold the abbey to Sir William Sharington, who demolished the old church and converted the complex into a grand Tudor house, preserving the cloisters and adapting them into his residence. Legend even suggests he sold the church bells to fund the construction of a bridge for villagers. In the 19th century, Lacock became home to photographic pioneer William Henry Fox Talbot. In 1835 he captured one of the world's earliest surviving photographic negatives, an image of one of the abbey's windows. His niece Matilda later gifted the abbey and village to the National Trust in 1944, establishing the Fox Talbot Museum within. Just next door stands St Cyriac's Church, a Norman foundation dating to the late 11th century by Edward of Salisbury and William of Hugh. It underwent extensive 14th to 15th century rebuilding, including a lady chapel added around 1430 and an unusual 17th century three-storey church cottage. In 1861 and 1902, restorations by Arthur Blomfield and Sir Harold Braxpear honoured local connections, especially Talbot's legacy. In 1960, it too was accorded Grade 1 listing. Lacock Abbey's cinematic allure has enchanted filmmakers and audiences alike. Its cloisters doubled as Hogwarts corridors in Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, including scenes where Harry hides under the invisibility cloak and when McGonagall introduces him to Oliver Wood. The warming room featured as the defence against the dark arts classroom, the sacristy as Snape's potions lab, and the chapter house as the setting for the Mirror of Erist and student study hall. The abbey also appears in Half-Blood Prince, Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald, The Other Boleyn Girl, Pride and Prejudice, Wolf Hall, The Wolf Man, and more. Let me take you on a personalised tour. Imagine stepping into the dimly lit medieval library, a treasure trove of leather-bound tomes and manuscripts. Look up. Notice the old warding symbols carved above the kitchen entrance, superstitious signs traditionally believed to ward off witches and protect the home. Today both Lacock Abbey, designated Grade 1 and in 1960, and St Cyriac's Church boast the highest heritage protection status, ensuring preservation for future generations. Thanks to the National Trust and local community groups, both structures undergo ongoing conservation and restoration, such as re-roofing projects and public access improvements. From its founding as a spiritual sanctuary to its role as a cinematic icon and cradle of photography, Lacock Abbey, alongside St Cyriac's Church, weaves together centuries of faith, innovation, artistry and storytelling. Whether you're a history buff, a Potter fan, or simply a curious traveller, these sites beckon with mystery, beauty and layered legacy. Thanks for joining this journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share your favourite detail from Lacock below.